Hey there, fellas, how's it shaking? It's time for more Ace Attorney.
That's right, everybody. We're back for more of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, as we try to save Edgeworth from getting electric chaired for killing the guy who led to his dad's killer being acquitted. Yeah, maybe I'm getting a little off topic here. You know what's going on, guys. Last time we shot down the story of Gordy the Lake Monster. It pained me so, but I'm still hopeful, actually. I'm still hopeful. When I meditated on it, it's a classic of any, mystery creature, does it exist or not, story, that once it's debunked in the story, then at the very end, when everyone's backs are turned, you'll, see, a shadowy figure, or, something, some, rustling in the bushes, or something that makes you go, ooh, was it real after all? Ooh, my. And this is certainly such a classic trope-filled story, this Ace Attorney series. I wouldn't put it past them to have a little, whoa, wait, what was that? Could it have been? Oh my. So let's hope that happens. More than that, we finally got inside the boathouse where we met the second witness, this old dude who's a little off his rocker, and his pet parrot Polly. By the way, just so you guys might be wondering, does he remember the key code to the safe? It's 1228. That's what the parrot told us. I still remember it. I'm sure I've had to sacrifice something incredibly important in my memory to remember this pointless detail from this video game. But it might save my bacon at some point. So anyway, chatting up Mr. Old Caretaker Man has been a chore, but we finally got him to open up a little bit, and there is a new discussion topic here about what he saw, so let's get right in on that. Ooh, even the music faded out because it is now serious time.
I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night, yep.
It was after midnight, but, okay.
Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one, bang!
2 shots. Someone fell in the water. Was the body found in the water? I gotta check this really quickly. Yeah. Doesn't mention, I can't remember. Was the body fished up from the water? I can't remember. By the way, Jesus, this photo here. Look at this guy, yowzers. I know he's scary, but that mugshot even. Oof. Here's old Caretaker. Silly old goose. Is it me, or does he look like Aaron Hansen with old man makeup on? I just now realized who this person reminds me of. That's so freaky. Or I guess his Dr. Cecil H.H. Mills persona, I guess, is kind of what that looks like. That's really funny. Alright, fine. Okay, so the body fell in the water. I think they found Hammond's body in the water. Now, wait a second. I was looking at Gregory Edgeworth. Damn it, I'm such an idiot. I'm supposed to look at Hammond. Okay, doesn't say there either. So, neither of the circumstances is known. Okay, I think they found Hammond's body in the water, though, so that checks out. Anyway.
A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself, yep.
What did he say?
Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise.
Oh, we need to know earlier than that.
You know what? Little Terry was just here.
Terry?
Yep. That kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat. Got himself some whiskers growing out his face.
He must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. Does Detective Gumshoe have a... Oh yeah, he has a bit of a chin fuzz there going on. Good point. Fair enough.
He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow.
Really? Somehow I don't think we're gonna get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh, wait! I had one more question. Huh? Polly! Have we forgotten something? What? Don't forget DL6! What? Huh? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly.
Yeah, this is mysterious. Say that again?
Don't forget DL6! What? The DL6 incident? Hey, mister! I mean Dad!
Oh yeah, for those who don't remember, we're pretending to be this old guy's kids because that's the only way to get him to talk anything. That's also what he thinks, so, you know, might as well play along. Also, this plot is indeed thickening. I mean, I guess we kind of suspected this had something to do with DL6 after all. Yeah, well, obviously Hammond is connected and Edgeworth is connected via his dad. So, yeah, but why does the parrot know about that? We're probably not going to get any answers from him, though.
Oh, this is getting weird. Who is this old guy?
I could start throwing a bunch of crazy guesses as to who this old guy could be relating to DL6. I think I'll save on those for now because they would all be wild conjecture, but, you know, I could give a ton of guesses, some of which are a little bit more educated than the other one, but, you know. Anyway, let's just keep this in our brains, filed under important, right next to the safe code and every member of the Constructicons. You know, those are my most important information folders in my head. Let's carry on, and let's just carry on and see where all this goes.
Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? We have to figure out who that old man is. Oh. What? He locked the door from the other side. Huh. Who could that old man be?
Yeah, I guess we didn't really find out his name ever, did we? Oh, cool. You can just quickly go from here. Yeah, all we know is he's the old caretaker. So being old, he could very well have been around during DL6, so... Yowzers.
I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe.
Huh. I would have actually gone to Grossberg myself to ask about this, but I guess Gumshoe's a good place to start. Hold on, I'm just curious. Well, Lotta hasn't driven out of here yet or packed up, but she's nowhere to be found. Quite sad. Yeah, let's just skedaddle. I guess we'll go see Gumshoe then. Or I'm gonna go really quickly over here because I just want to see if there's any new dialogue with Maya. There's a couple new... These are unchecked, these what to do and any ideas. Let's give them a really quick redo.
Well, what should we do? I don't know. I've been in detention this whole time. I think I'll let you decide what we should do. Deal?
That's how it kind of usually goes, actually, so sure.
Well, any thoughts you want to share? Well, I was in detention all day. I think I'd like more time to think. Poor Maya. She probably thought about Mia the whole time she was in there.
Yeah, that's kind of a sad story as well. We didn't really get a resolution to it. Apart from her, like, stepping up and, like, saving us the previous day, the previous court, just by, you know, taking the bullet like that. That was kind of her, like, heroing up. But I guess she still feels bad about Mia, so, yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll go here rather than go see Grossberg. I mean, if the game really wants us to go see Grossberg, I feel like we'll come to a point where we have to do it, so we'll come down here now, since the game suggested that. So, yes.
Hey, pal, long time no see.
Huh. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time?
Actually, we wanted to ask you something.
Yeah?
Cool. Is there anything we can present to him? His metal detector? Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. This was really helpful.
Really?
You seem surprised.
Huh? No, not at all. Glad it worked out for you.
Groovy. Okay. Drawing a blank. What about the parrot?
What's that? A parrot?
The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident.
That incident?
DL6.
What?
Oh gosh, I didn't think the parrot would actually be the key here. I thought it would be like a talk thing, like there'd be a talk thing about DL6. But accidentally I stumbled into progress with the parrot. Sure. Polly! Polly! Have we forgotten something? Don't forget a DL6! Huh? That's odd, we just did that like a minute ago, but sure. I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word.
Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident?
Wait! What if that old man was connected to DL6? Yeah, I guess that was the only real guess we could make, but we can't really go into details at the moment as to how he is, but, you know, that seems like the obvious conclusion here, so, yeah. Nick! You think he might be? Okay. We got him angry. So, now we can talk about these things. Let's go. You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake?
Oh, yeah.
The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right?
Huh? How'd you... Huh. That was supposed to be top secret.
Do you know who that old man is, Detective?
Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him.
Odd bird. I get it, 'cause he's got a parrot.
I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday.
Yeah, I figured, like, also, I don't know if Von Karma would want such a pointless person in court, although maybe it might work in his favor to have just a guy talking nonsense and then be like,
see, there's nothing there you can dispute. That means he's guilty. Yeah, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't, but, you know, he might go for that. So, I guess, But I guess it was a Gumshoe's call to not have the old guy there then? Huh.
As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea.
Huh. Sounds suspicious. Alright, well, let's talk about that incident. Detective Gumshoe, please help us.
Huh?
We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case.
To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal.
What?
However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up.
Oh dear, I did things kind of out of order here, didn't I? Because I already showed the parrot to him. I mean, sometimes it's fun to do things out of order in a video game, but this is one where I'm like, I'm kind of blowing the narrative here.
I getcha. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident.
Yeah, see, I bet we would have had to do the Polly thing now if I hadn't done that already, you know? And then it would go into this dialogue, but now I did them out of order like an idiot!
Through there is the station's records room.
Let's try that line again.
Through there is the station's records room.
There we go. I can talk English. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need.
All right! Way to go, Detective Gumshoe! Okay, Nick, to the records room.
I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Well, let's go. I really should just exhaust dialogue first and then start chucking items. Normally it's like, you gotta use an item at this point, after you've done dialogue, so honestly, yeah. I just keep thinking like, well, I might as well use the items that probably aren't going to lead to anything without realizing that actually sometimes they do actually progress, so yeah. Anyway, records room.
Wow! It's amazingly dusty.
10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess.
Let's find that DL6 stuff quick.
15 years ago. Both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. You were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6?
Nick, I found out where the file is.
Thanks.
Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go to the right file.
Uh-huh. I don't understand exactly. I guess it's gonna be in dialogue with Maya, I mean. But first we'll, of course, examine. This cabinet is where they keep evidence for current cases. Some of the things are obviously murder weapons. Others are who knows what. Most of it just looks like random junk.
Nick, what do you think this clothespin is for?
Don't touch that! It's evidence! Oh god, she's now implicated herself in the clothespin murders by having her fingerprints all over them. You fool, Maya! I'm not gonna be able to help you through this one. Oh boy. It looks like there are files inside that glass case. The case is so dusty I can't see what's inside.
Nick, it's locked.
They must keep important case files in there. Apparently DL6 isn't important, but sure. There are shelves stuffed with case files in the back of the room, too. Forgotten cases rotting away for eternity.
Nick, let's get what we need and get out of here. All this dust is getting to me.
I get that. It's not great. Having a dust allergy isn't great. Here are files of collected case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here.
Wow, these are all case reports?
Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases.
I guess my sister's case report is in here too. Quietly gathering dust.
Weird way to look at it, but you're not wrong. Alright, well, that's the records room done. So, let's go through the dialogue first this time. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary.
Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go.
December 28th, 2001. Right, so that confirms that this is like set in the future when this game was made. In fact, on top of that, like the murder from 15 years ago happened around the time that this game came out in Japan. Which is very odd that. I remember it being mentioned that a helpful viewer mentioned that it was in fact set in like kind of the future of its time. So like 2016. So yeah, that kind of confirms it, which is, again, curious.
That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow.
So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse.
What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now?
Looks like it. You know what the really funny thing is for some reason this whole time I pictured the crime happening in like a secluded part of the mountains. Because I think they talked about the Fey family being from somewhere around there, so I had this weird picture in my mind that it was like in like an onsen village in the middle of the Japanese mountains, or I guess, you know, in the case of California, like Lake Havasu, the like California Rockies, you know. So yeah, curious. Wait, was it Lake Havasu that's in California, or is that in Nevada? I can't remember quite. I'm thinking of the lake that's in the California Rockies. That's like a big resort town thing. I think it's Lake Havasu, but that might be the one that's in Nevada. And then I'm actually off my kilter by a smidgen. Yeah, well. So, yeah. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Someone murdered Edgeworth's dad in the blackout?
Wow, that was some earthquake!
Oh crap! Oh my goodness! Look at that! That has to be little Edgeworth over there on the right, and then some guy who's, I don't know. I mean, he looks like he's about to tear his shirt open, like some kind of Chippendales dancer. I know he's like, I guess he's supposed to be asphyxiating, but you know, he looks like he's about to put on a show or something. Honestly, the way he's posing. So I don't know. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours! Or maybe he's just like, you know, just being like, "Arrgh, I'm stuck in this elevator!" But it really looks like he's about to tear his jacket open, you know? The way he's gripping there.
That would be scary like that in the dark.
There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious.
The survivors?
One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart.
That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it?
He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. Right, so it has to be the other guy in the elevator, right? Unless this game gets so morbid that it actually was Edgeworth who killed his dad somehow. I think I joked about that in a previous episode, but I was like, you know, but on the other hand, he was like 9 years old, and that's like a little dark. But now now the gears in my head are reevaluating that, seeing as it was a closed elevator case, and he's one of 2 possible people who could have done it. Unless, of course, the third person is Senior Edgeworth himself. Taking himself out, I guess, is the third option. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Aha. We're gonna have to check out the suspect data. Apparently this summary did not mention who the other 2 people were. Of course we can infer that one was Edgeworth, but who was the Magic Mike dude in the middle? That's the big question. I assume that's the prime suspect because, yeah, like I said, it seems very unlikely that Edgeworth would have done it, but, you know, let's not count that out, I guess. I sure hope that's not the case. That'd be dark. Do you have data on the victim? Edgeworth's father?
Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it.
Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles.
Miles?
Miles Edgeworth, of course.
So he was in the elevator with his father.
Yeah, it certainly got dark for him. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. Okay, so that's counted out. Fair enough. We'll check that wild theory off. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh. It sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Well, that actually, I wouldn't like jump on that myself personally because it's entirely likely that you use a pistol in a murder, and it's entirely likely that you'd put 2 bullets in a person, not just 1. I don't know. I think that's weird. I guess this goes back to the whole Japan side, where guns just are very rare in that country for people to have them. So that makes it so that 2 murder cases which both have a pistol might actually be a little suspicious. Whereas, unfortunately, I don't mean to make light of this, but, in America, that really wouldn't ping at all. The fact that there were 2 murders and both had a pistol in that situation. Like, that's pretty standard, so, yeah. Now then, let's get to the suspect data. That's interesting to me very, very much. Got any data on the suspect in there?
That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on. This is it.
The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi? He was a clerk in the court, apparently. Yanni Yogi. What a strange name. Some kind of Indian spiritualist, one of those Swami types. Isn't the guy who? It's not just a guy who does yoga. A yogi is like a Hindu holy man, spiritual person, right? I'm not just imagining that and being crazy, am I? Also, of course, a bear that is smarter than the average bear. So if we see any Ursine suspects here, we should probably give them a lot of side-eye. Also, yes, that baseballer guy, Yogi Berra. I know, that's what Yogi Bear is named after, is that baseball guy. So we'll also keep our eyes open for shifty baseballers, yes. Man, that's a lot of suspects. So he's the guy choking in the middle there. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. Oh, that's Maya, my bad.
Well, then he had to have done it.
But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond.
Hammond, the victim in our case.
Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived. So much so he had brain damage. Oh. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Now, this was one of the wild conjectures I was going to make earlier, and I'm going to make it now because now it looks like it's leading on that. It might be a red herring, but one of the crazy ideas I had for who the boat caretaker guy with the parrot might be the suspect of DL6. And now that they mentioned that Yanni Yogi got brain damage, and the old guy is squarely off his rocker, that seems to add up. Like, it's pretty smart, because you could totally, in a story like this, assume that he was just, a kooky old man suffering from, if you wanted to get darker, suffering from dementia. But in any case, in a lighter tone, just, like a wacky old guy who has trouble remembering things. But it could absolutely not have anything to do with his age, but having to do with brain damage. Fascinating. What a weird coincidence, then, that he's in the boathouse, right where that murder happened. Is it coincidence? I don't know. I can't make a call right now. You want to say it's not coincidence, but the connections, I can't quite see them.
Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder?
He may be closer than we think. Phoenix is on the track as well. You see that? I like it. I like it when the protagonist is smart too. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Oh my god, are we going to have to go talk to Edgeworth about this? That's going to be dark, but I guess we'll do it.
Nick? Are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out.
You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Okay, I thought we'd have to make like a really difficult choice, kind of like when we picked the item with Gumshoe, or we picked the photo with Grossberg back in the second case, but okay then, we just get the file about DL6. Fair enough. Probably gonna have to throw that down as evidence at some point. I'll have to try to remember all the details of this case, which is gonna be a little tricky. There was a lot to stew on there. But facts. 2001, December 28th. Gregory Edgeworth, Yanni Yogi, Miles Edgeworth, all in an elevator, stuck together, suffocated, well, not like to death, but two of them were passed out from oxygen deprivation. One of them was shot to death. That's about it, yeah. Mr. Yogi was released because, you know, the whole oxygen deprivation thing, I guess, like, made it unclear, so they couldn't rule on it, yeah. Alright, well, I'll try to remember all that. I guess it's not too much to remember, but it's tricky. I see why this is like the quote-unquote last case, since you have to kind of juggle two cases at the same time here. This is a lot of mental work to do in this mystery right here.